Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about how could you create custom audience on Facebook, or for that matter, you could do the same thing on Google for making sure that you are targeting certain set of people who have come on a particular web page or a particular page on your website, or for that matter, a particular landing page that you have bringing your traffic to that page. Now, it's important because every time that you are targeting, every time you're creating ads, the person is not going to buy you in the first time. So when they visit your website, it's important you find out how many people visited a particular page on your website and how much time did they spend on, in case if you want to know that as well. But at least you need to find out if people have come to your website, then you need to make sure that you create audience out of the people who have come on your website, and then re-engage with them in order to show them the next set of value video, the next set of a testimonial, or next set of an angle in which a particular person would want to buy, the reason why he would want to buy your product. Because you just can't show them one reason for them to buy your product. You may have various other reasons for anybody to buy your product. So say for instance, if it is an old man, he would want to buy your product because he wants to, if you're selling real estate, the old man would want to buy your product if it's a good investment for him. But if it's a young couple, they would want to buy your product. They would want to buy real estate if they want to have a good vicinity, a good sort of all people in the real estate or the residential place that you're trying to sell. So there are two different reasons why a person would want to buy anything from you when you're advertising. So when you're showing your ads, you need to make sure that you show both the side of your angles and reasons why a person should buy your product. So and in that respect, you need to make sure that you create audiences of the people who have visited a particular page on your website. So if you're a real estate guy, you're selling like multiple projects, then you want to find out that which person came on your real estate project, which is for a certain price, and which person came on your real estate project, which is for the next, which is on a larger high-end value product. So when you're trying to create custom audience, it's important that you make sure that your URL, that your website link has a unique product name in that when you're trying to create audiences. Because if it doesn't have a unique name in it, then you won't be able to create unique audiences for the people who have come on your page. So before you start creating audiences, you need to make sure that you have a unique name on each of your page. So let me give you an example about how I do this, all right? So that it will give you a perspective about how you need to make sure that you tell your developer, or if you're making it on any of your landing page builder, you make sure that you have your URLs to be set in the way it needs to be set up, all right? So I'm going to give you an example about, let me just share my screen with you quickly. And here I am. So say, for instance, I go into my Google Doc, and my website is www.neondigital.media. Now, after that, so say, for instance, if I have a course which is about Facebook ads, all right? So my URL for Facebook ads course would be something like Facebook. Make sure that you use an hyphen and not an underscore. They're two different things. So make sure if you want to divide two different words, you make sure that you use a hyphen between them. Facebook hyphen ads, and then I would say course. Now, this is my first URL, which is where I want when I'm running my ads for Facebook ads. If I want to sell a course for Facebook advertisement, this is the URL where I would take my people to when I run an ad. But when I'm running an ad and a lot of people have come on my page, I would want to retarget them with another value video that I want to share with them about, and I may want to share with them about testimonials of people who have done my Facebook ads course. So if I want to create an audience, first of all, out of them, then I would go into Facebook and create an audience based on the people who have come on my page, which has Facebook hyphen ads hyphen course, or even for that matter, has a word Facebook in it. Now, when I'm saying that the word has Facebook in it, I mean, I'm sure that none of my URL has the word Facebook in it. All right. So that's something which you need to be really sure. And say, for instance, you also want to find out how many people really bought it. Now, after the person buys a course, then the person should be going to a thank you page. So you should always make sure that you have a thank you page for all the people who have bought a certain product, because you want to make sure that you exclude the people who have come on your thank you page. And nobody should be able to go to your thank you page just like that without buying any product. All right. So only after the person makes a payment, the person will go on your thank you page. So my thank you page would typically look like the same thing with just the word always thanks in it. So say, for instance, it's not coming up. I would want to write it down from the scratch. neondigital.media/ if I want to make sure, if I want to just make my one common thank you page across all the products, I can just not write anything, and I can just say thanks. I should be good enough. But if I have multiple products, then I want to make sure that I want to know how many people bought the Facebook course, or how many people bought the Google course, and how many people bought another set of course. So I would say Facebook ads course, and I would say thanks. And so these are the three sets of URL. Ideally, you should be having at least two sets of URL. One is to find out which person went on a particular product URL, and the other is to find out how many people really bought that product. Now let's understand that how do you really create this audience, because that's the most important part of it. So say, for instance, I would go here on my Facebook page. Let's jump into it and just create an audience out of this. And I would go here, and where is the ads manager? Here is the ads manager. Guys, this is a very important thing that you need to make sure that you start creating your audience for re-engaging and retargeting, because it's only 2% of your people who are going to see your ads for the first time is going to ever buy from you. So you want to make sure that the people who have actually come to your landing page, which is like super important, because if a person has seen your ad, has found interest in your ad, because there are hundreds and thousands and millions of people who see your ad, but how many people really land on your page? There are very few, right? So there are only 10% of the people who land on your page. There are only 2% of the people who buy your product. So those 8% of the people who have come on your landing page but not bought it, it's important that it's critical that you retarget them. All right. So for that matter, you go and you click on audience. All right. You quickly click on audience. Before you retarget, before you create your a hot campaign, you need to first create your audience. All right. If you don't create your audience, it's going to be a challenge. You won't be able to create a retargeting ads for that matter. All right. Now, before you even create the retargeting ads, I'm sure you all know that you need to embed your pixel onto your landing page. If you don't have your pixels, I'm sorry, creating an audience is not going to be something that you could do. All right. So you can't create an audience if your pixel is not there. So let me give you an example. So this is the new account that I just created yesterday. If I go to create audience, and if I click on custom audience, because the reason why I'm showing you this is because I have not embedded my new pixel onto the website. So it's going to give me an error. All right. So you see this. Okay. So I've chosen the wrong ad account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Meher Patel official. This is the ad account. And obviously I have not embedded the pixel because I just created this audience yesterday. And with this ad account, this is the pixel which is there. So this is the first time the person is going to tell me that, where is this pixel being embedded? So I would say neondigital.media website, this pixel is going to be there. And then if I click on that, it will give me a red mark. That means that this pixel is not even there on my website at this moment. All right. So you won't be able to create audience out of that, and they will not give you any audience. So it's important that you first embed this pixel onto your website. So let me give you an example of where we have this pixel. So if I go on my Neon Digital Media ad account, and if I click on create custom audience, I can go on my website And here I see that it is a red color. So with this ad account, this pixel ID has been embedded onto the website. So I click on all website visitors. You could ideally always should make sure that wherever this pixel is, if this pixel is on only one website, you could just say all website visitors. You can choose the number of days, and you could just do it. Yeah, you could just create an audience right away out of this by just typing in the last 30 days, everybody who visited my website. Because if your website is only one pager, it doesn't have anything beyond that, you could just create an audience out of that. But if you have multiple pages on your website, and if you want to find out that which person visited which page of your website, then you need to click on the drop down below and who visited a specific web page. All right, so you click on that, and you may want to choose 30 days. The max you could do is 180 days. And there is an option of contains. I would suggest you choose always contains. And in the example that I showed you, that my website has Facebook ads course. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type Facebook. Even if I type Facebook, I'm sorted. I don't really need to worry about it. As long as I'm confident and you're confident that there's only one URL which is going to have Facebook in it. And that's it. So if that is it, then you will be able to create audience out of them. Now, when you're creating an audience, you also need to make sure that you don't want to show your ads to the people who have come on your thank you page. So what you do is you click on the exclude button, and in the same 180 days, at the same place, you could exclude the people who have come on your thank you page. So your thank you page is the one which has either a thanks word just by comment for all the pages, or it has, if you want to only know the people who have bought your Facebook ads course, then you could just do that. And you could say it should have exclude the people who has Facebook ads course dash thanks. So the URL which has Facebook ads course, and make sure that you exactly type in the one which is outside after your hyphen, after your backslash. All right. So if you put that, then it will exclude the people in the last 180 days who have come on your thank you page, who have bought your Facebook ads course. If you just don't want to do that, you can just mention thanks out there and you're sorted. Yeah. If you have a common page, which a common thank you page, then you could just mention thanks and you're sorted. Yeah. And then what you will do is I make sure that I label all my title of all my audience in a particular manner. So I put the last 180 days visited Facebook ads course web page. And I would want to make sure that I also put it in the description that excluded thank you page visitors. And then I click on create audience and my audience will be created. So this is how you create your custom audience of the people who have visited a particular landing page, a particular product page on your website. So I hope this is going to make sense to you guys. Start using this, because if you don't retarget your audience, you're only going and finding newer people each time, and you're only going to get 2% of the people who are going to be buying your product. So the remaining lot who have come on your website or have engaged with you, you're not able to retarget them. All right. So if you want to retarget them, re-engage with them, then you need to make sure that you create custom audience. All right, guys. So have a good time and make sure that you start using these hacks. And if you like my video, let me know that how the videos are. And if I'm going too fast or any of those things, just also mention it to me. Share this videos as much as you can. If you share this video, I would personally want to write a message to you about sharing these videos with your friends. And because what I want to do is I want to keep sharing all these knowledge that I have, and I'm sure it's going to add value to your Facebook advertisement. All right. So keep crushing it. Stay quarantined, stay safe, guys, and enjoy your time. All right, guys. Thank you.